Good morning. It's E from MarketWizards.com and eMiniWizard.com. About 20 minutes of 10 on the 27th of June, 2019. Reminding traders to use risk capital you can afford to lose. Well, what a mess. That's all I can say. Flying blind. And the question is, what happened? Got a fellow that's been working on coding a new indicator for me. One of the last pieces of puzzle I'd like to put together for this system, and I believe he's worked it out, but not sure yet. But got a file from him yesterday, and all of a sudden, the E-widget was not working at all. What a mess. So talked with him last night, asked him to think about it, sent me a few instructions. And being somewhat technologically illiterate, I said, I'm not quite clear what you'd like me to do. He said, well, I said, how about we go to Zoom and you tell me? And he said, or I could use Team Viewer. I said, I have no problem with that. I trust you. So he came in and within the space of 5 minutes had it resolved and said, try it. And there it was. So I've got to reconstruct my charts, but it was like flying blind when I woke up this morning and just saw all these blank charts. And this is how good, and I was able to use my spreadsheets to do the work, but it's so much easier with the E-widget. And I had suggested to the team earlier, make sure you are paid by this 20 to 19 area, got 18 support. Suggested we're going to use 33, 32 resistance. That would be the normal resistance. And we felt that this 18 was a support low that for now needed to be respected. Trying to get back to the top of the pipe. And then if we could break that, then the next retest from this overnight nonsense would be back here at 30.5 before you worry about the 33.25. That's just how visual this one chart is for me. And I had said 25.25. That should be the key because this was our flipper overnight. You could see it. This was a double that broke. And then I suggested to our team, first thing I said was, be careful today because they can whipsaw this thing. But we should be able to get a few points. Even if we're going the wrong direction, you should still be able to get a few points as you do whack-a-mole. So don't think too negative down here where everybody's trying to short. This is basically our support zone from yesterday, and much better odds if you short higher. And they're still going to want to try to take out the high if they can today. But for now, it's range type trading, and I'd be trying to do the setup. Point of this video is to say sometimes you've got to take some risk. And I saw a post on Twitter this morning where somebody had really demeaned human nature, basically saying that no, you can't trust anybody. Well, here's a guy that I don't know from a hole in the wall, other than he's worked on my indicators. He's priced things fairly, done a great job, and he lives in Russia. And I trusted him with my computer, and I'm glad I did. He resolved my problem just like that. So I guess this is more a little treatise on human nature. Find those people you can trust and work with them. You're not going to be able to trust everybody, but I'm glad I trusted him. And now I've got some work to do to get my charts back in order and see if I can help look at a few other things. For now, I'm looking at the low is in probably. I had said perhaps the high is also in. Could be that we have just a range type idea. That comes first, of course, but the goal of the boys is to take out that high before we're done. And we had said last night, boys are going to want to try to pump this thing up if they can. And first things first, you got to take out the 35 to 38 zone. So that's still the plan. That's our next resistance zone. And support is still going to be that 10 to 12 and a half area that we talked about earlier. Currently, support, got to think of it as 18, as that gap area. That was already closed pre-market. And you can see this is whack-a-mole. All right, have yourself a great day.